Starting a new business can be such an exciting time in your life, but also a very overwhelming one. It can often feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions. There's the creative aspect, coming up with a business name, brainstorming marketing and advertising strategies, the implementation stage, hiring staff or ordering product, and any and everything in between. And this is why it's no surprise that new business owners might overlook things that can affect the longevity of their business. And let's face it, some of these things are not as exciting as creating the new company logo or looking at the new building designs, but they are valuable and useful tools to have in place for future challenges that business owners inevitably face. This video is going to be a part of a series from the AFJ Law Group providing practical tips every business owner should know from a business lawyer's perspective. And today's video is about creating an employee handbook and what should be in yours if you already have one. So let's get started. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm attorney Alexis Johnson of the AFJ Law Group PLLC. And today's video is talking about the employee handbook, which gives employees a detailed overview of the policies that are specific to your business along with other key procedures, guidelines, and benefits. In short, this handbook is your business's Bible. It sets clear expectations for your employees while stating your legal obligations and defining employee rights. Now, maybe you're a brand new business owner, or you've been in operation for a couple years but don't yet have any employees. So you might be thinking, well, why do I even care about an employee handbook? Well, inevitably, as your business grows, it's going to be impossible for you to do everything. And so if you haven't already gotten to the point where you need staff, you're likely to do so as your business becomes more successful. Unfortunately, this means that you becoming an employer should consider it a matter of when and not if you'll face a lawsuit or similar challenge from a current or former employee. When this happens, one of the most useful documents that you can provide your business attorney is a copy of your handbook. A thorough and compliant employee handbook will help show that your business exercised reasonable care toward its employees. Aside from being useful in the case of a challenge or lawsuit, the employee handbook also makes sure that all the parties understand the terms of their employment and your business's policies and procedures. And that's because employee handbooks typically have a signature page where the employee must sign acknowledging that the employee had an opportunity to familiarize themselves with the business's policies, a chance to ask related questions, and to know whom they can turn to for help within the business. This also shows that the employee has agreed to follow the terms and conditions of employment set in the employee handbook. So let's talk about what types of terms and conditions should be in an employee handbook. The first thing you should know is that there is no law requiring a business to have an employee handbook. That said, plenty of businesses choose to create one because they can be useful in mitigating conflict among employees within the business. That means there's also no one-size-fits-all approach for an employee handbook, and you should work with a business attorney when creating one. But here are some general policies that you will see in most. First, hiring and termination processes should be documented. For hiring, this may include if there's a probationary period as part of the beginning of employment. For termination, employers should develop standard procedures that govern voluntary and involuntary terminations of employment. Documenting these procedures will reduce the risk of litigation by employees and also help to ensure compliance with federal and state laws related to employment termination. Next, a well-prepared employee handbook will answer many of the routine questions that would otherwise end up on the desk of an HR professional. When employees know that they can look to the handbook first, it saves management time. Moreover, an employee handbook is a useful tool for providing employees information that by law is required to be provided in writing. Rather than providing employees with dozens of written notices and then attempting to document that they were received, it is more efficient to make them part of an organized, easy to review employee handbook and have the employee's signature page to demonstrate that they received notice as required. Next, it's important to spell out what any non-compete or non-disclosure clauses look like. The AFJ Law Group YouTube channel has a great video talking about non-competes that I'd recommend that you check out. And finally, healthcare and any other benefit options should be spelled out concisely in the employee handbook. Employee handbooks are important because they outline expectations and values for employees, but can also cover the employer in case of any legal issues down the line. A good employee handbook will give employees clarity by providing clear expectations and also allow them to feel comfortable knowing who they can turn to for help. If you have questions about preparing an employee handbook or you have one in place that you may want to supplement or add to, please reach out to my team. We're ready to help. We can be reached at afjlawgroup.com or you can call or text us at 248-266-2135. Please also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can continue to receive informative legal videos like this one. Thank you for checking out this video, and we'll see you next time.